Okay there, folks, I do hope you're all well. Right, I've got the bins on for this one, so I'm going to read you something out now. I've noticed if I go like that, you get all the windows and the glare and the sunlight. If I go like that, you don't, so I'll try to go like that most of the time. Man, I'm going to go like that most of the time, because I'm going to read and I'm going to look down. So again, apologies for looking down. Want to read you something that I thought was fantastic. Read it earlier this morning. You may remember, you may know that I'm a rugby league fan. Don't mind Union either, but a massive rugby league fan. And I was calling at my club, the Mighty Wire, to get SHAUN Edwards as its new coach after they got rid of Darryl Powell. It was never going to happen. They'll have never seen my message. They'll have never have thought of him. They'll have never have thought they could have prized him out of France. You'd have never known they should have tried. That said, they prized someone out of Oz. They've got slamming Sam Burgess, and he's making his mark already, because he's signed a couple already and things are looking a bit better. Let's hope they are. But I'd have gone for Edwards, and I read a piece today. It was absolutely brilliant. I'm going to read you some excerpts of it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll be on here forever. This will take a couple of minutes in itself. But it just gives you an idea of what a fantastic character the boy is. No wonder I wanted him. Honestly, I read some of this, and I thought, he'd have been great for us. He'd have been great. I mean, just a fantastic career up to now. As a player, almost untouched. As a coach, the same. Just absolutely brilliant. He's done a fantastic job in Union and in League. I thought it would have been great out of the wire, but we didn't go for him. That's one of those things. But read a couple of this piece today, and I'll read you a couple of excerpts. How many have we got? About 4 excerpts, so I hope you can bear with me. He says here that they were asking about how nervous he'll be when the World Cup starts, because obviously it is with France. The World Cup's just around the corner. There's 6 or 7 teams can win it this time. It's pretty open. France are one of the favourites, and he said, nervous? He said, well, I played at Wembley when I was 17, mate, in front of 100,000 people. They used to get 100,000 at the Challenge Cup at that time. Said the decorated crosscode icon about his first grand occasion with his hometown club, Wigan, in rugby league. Trust me, when you were 17 and a half, standing in that tunnel, and you're not even playing in your normal position, it's a bit airy, scary. But I cope with that. They lost that time against Widnes, I think, in 84. They won about 6 finals thereafter, if memory serves me correctly. He said, they said to him, how many trophies have you won as a coach and player, Sean? He said, I think it's 54. He said, I had 37 winners' medals in rugby league, and in rugby union I've won 2 Heineken Cups as a coach, 4 English Premierships, an Anglo-Welsh Cup when it was a major trophy in 2006, 5 Six Nations, 3 Triple Crowns, and 2 European Challenge Cups. So 17 in Union and 37 in League. Wow. Edwards did his first coaching badge in League in Oldham at the age of 16. Even before he was playing for Wigan, he took his first coaching badge. He knew that early he wanted in later life to be a coach. Just phenomenal. It's just fantastic. I never knew that. I just never ever knew that. Even as a teenager, he had a fascination and understanding about coaching. Right, he says, the best advice I had was from my mother. She said, it was the 1995 World Cup was on, the Rugby Union World Cup. She told me, you need to study rugby union because it's going to be really big. She had heard that it was turning professional, so she told me I needed to study that too, because he was studying rugby league at the time. She told him he needed to study union, and he started to from then, on his mother's say-so. So obviously, he's got a clever mother and father, he's not only himself. The last bit here, it says, this is brilliant, I thought this was brilliant. It mentions at the start of the piece he's been an altar boy. He was an altar boy for a good few years, but he used to play rugby league and he used to like going out for a pint. And he says, I was an altar boy till I was 21. Must have been the oldest altar boy in history. I was an altar boy till I was 21. I was captain of Wigan and playing at Wembley for Great Britain by then, but I had a lot of respect for our priest, Father Horton. So I couldn't tell him that I wanted to pack it in. Brilliant, brilliant. I'd been an altar boy at 9:30, then I'd play for Wigan that afternoon. When Father Horton died, that was when I packed it in. There was an 8 o'clock mass which I didn't mind doing. I'd be up early as I was nervous about matches. So I'd walk through Wigan Park and be wide awake ready for the match after doing the mass. But I did have bad points. I like going out for a beer, so I wasn't perfect, but I was just a bit scared of Father Horton. Sean, absolutely, you're never going to see this, mate, but I hope you do. Just brilliant, just absolutely fantastic. I don't know a lot about you other than what I've seen on the rugby pitch, the rugby league pitch in the main, but always a great player. been a great coach in Union ever since. I don't follow Union that much, but I see some England internationals, especially the World Cups. You've just done fantastically in Union. I wish we'd have got you back to Warrington for rugby league. I think Sean said the only thing he's never won in his most decorated career is a World Cup with either England in rugby league, or Great Britain in rugby league, or anybody in rugby union. He's got a chance to do it now with France. He's never won that before, so he's won everything apart from World Cups. Who'd bet against him? I certainly wouldn't. Anyway, that is Shaun Edwards, and I thought that piece was absolutely fantastic. Don't know what you think.